Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about how to get the perfect skin. So basically all you want to do is open your file and I'm going to be using this picture of myself, and you just want to double click that so it's not locked, and then duplicate that by dragging it down, and then you can really start with the editing. You can literally edit anything, obviously if this is the perfect skin. So I'm going to start by taking the spot healing tool and literally just get rid of all the flaws that I want to, depending on the face that you're editing or the way you want to edit. If you want to really full on edit that face, then you're gonna spend a lot more time. I'm just gonna do kind of a light editing, get rid of all my spots, my wrinkles, my under eye circles. It also helps if you zoom in, well, because you can definitely see the more spots. And then I'm going to get the patch tool, which is just below the spot healing tool. And this is basically where you can do a circle where you want it to change and drag it to a clear piece, a clear place of the skin. This tool is perfect if you've got wrinkles or you need to get rid of them wrinkles, because it just is easier than the spot healing tool without making it look too fake. And then I'm going to get the blur tool, and at the top you can play with the strength depending again on how editing you want, how bad's the skin, how good's the skin, what kind of effect you're after. And basically I'm just going to blur everything apart from the lips and the eyes, so basically all the skin. And don't forget to do your neck. Neck is still part, so make sure you spot heal your neck or any piece of skin that is showing, otherwise it looks a bit too plastic. And then you want to duplicate that layer and then go to filter and Gaussian blur, and this will come up. And I normally go for about a 1.5 to 2 pixels blur. And basically what this is, because now you've duplicated the layer, you're going to be working on that new layer, and you're going to basically get the erase tool and erase the things that you don't want to be blurred. For example, the lips, the eyes, the eyebrows, the jawline, the side of your nose, and any kind of item or fabric or clothing in the image in itself. The background can stay blurry because it's the background. It just makes the main focus pop out more. Again, make sure you're using a soft brush so it doesn't look too harsh when you're getting rid of the blurriness. You can also lower the opacity on that layer, depending on how blurry you want and how natural you want the image to look. Again, you want to do the sides of the nose as well, because it doesn't look too fake. Again, that's 100% opacity, and at the moment it's 79, and you can tell that it's really, really blurry. Like I said, you want to erase the blur on the shirt if you're doing an image of someone else or a person, just to Photoshop their skin, because you don't want, the only thing you really want is their skin to be blurry and the background. And I'm going to merge that down so there's only 2 layers, because you don't want loads of layers, because sometimes it'll just get really complicated when it... And these are the 2 results so far. And then I'm going to get the burn tool, and this is when we're going to start playing with contouring and highlighting on the face and on the skin itself. So basically you want to look at it as it like makeup. So you can play with the exposure at the top depending on how harsh and how light you want to go, and you want to look at it as makeup, like I just said. It's basically contouring your cheeks, everywhere that you would normally contour a face and highlight a face, you want to do with the burn and dodge tool. So I'm going to highlight my temples, the bridge of my nose, and obviously my cheekbones and jawline. And don't be afraid to change the exposure if you feel like it's too harsh. You can just literally go from the exposure up and down, depending on what area. And again, you can just lower the whole layer opacity down if you think it's just too contoured and highlighted. And don't forget that neck if you want it to make it more realistic. For the highlighting, I'm just going to highlight my natural parts of my face, so my brow bone and my cupid bow and my bridge of my nose and my forehead, and also my anti-brow bone. Again, don't be afraid to zoom in if you really want that definition. You really can't see what you're doing. So that's the normal one, that's with the skin done, and that's with the contour. I feel like it's too heavy, so I'm just going to lower the opacity down from 100 to around about 91 at the moment. And now I'm just going to do a basic crop with the crop tool, just to get rid of that excess background that I don't want to be seen. And then with the images and effects, you can do like so many different things. You can literally, you can play around with everything. You've got the brightness, contrast, you've got the auto tone, auto focus. It just depends what you're going for. There's many other tutorials online that will show you different kind of effects. If you're looking for like a 60s feel, you can get that. I'm just going to change the exposure and brightness, and at the moment I'm using the curves tool, just again to get that the highlight and shadows of the change the highlight and shadow of the whole image in itself. Make sure it's on that same layer as the one you like contoured and highlighted, and you can change the vibrance as well. And again with the saturation. So again, there are so many different ones you could play around with. This is the colour balance, and if you're feeling the colour, your image is a bit too kind of warm or cool toned, then you can literally play with these to bring the yellow or blue up. I feel like my image was a bit too of the warm tone, and I just wanted to bring a bit of blue in it to make it more neutral. And after that, I'm literally just going to zoom in, and I want to make them eyes pop, so I'm just going to get the sharpen tool, which is the one below the blur tool, and a soft brush, and just go around across my eyes just to make them pop. And that is it. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you guys soon.